Hey everyone, hope you're all well. So as promised, I'm going to be doing some unboxing here. So we've got 2 airfed masks from Sata to unbox. I'm going to test them out over the next couple of weeks. But as Simon's down, and let me introduce, this is Simon, the technical rep for Sata.
Pleased to meet you. Thanks for inviting me, Wayne.
Well, I thought there's no one better to help me with an unboxing than you.
We shall see.
Right. Should we start with the 2000?
Great, yeah.
So the 2000 is the cheaper of the 2 options.
Correct.
I think we can say that. Straight away, what I actually like just from looking at it is it comes in a nice hard case.
Correct.
So I do like that. So let's open it up. Of course, we didn't bring anything to cut the seal. Like all Sata products, they have a foil seal on there, so you know it's genuine. Best way to open these, Simon?
That's it. If you just clip the box, it has a safety feature here.
That's why we have the rep with us today.
There you go. So if we lift that,
right,
you can then
so
open
there's the
lid.
safety feature. Okay. So in the box, let me say what I see, and then you can chip in as you wish, Simon.
Of course, yeah.
So we've got the mask. I can see that straight away. And it's got the instruction in the manual there. Let's just take it out of the bag. I'm not very good at keeping plastic bags nicely open. So you've got a Sata mask, protective film over there.
Yeah.
But there are also some tear-offs.
Spare films, yeah.
Okay, so let's put those there. You've got, what have you got here, Simon?
So this is a chart. You might want to turn it around. Available in English and German. When this shows you when it's time to change your filters in the mask. So it takes the guesswork out. Did I change my filter last month? Is it due?
Okay.
So, and it's also magnetised so you can fit it onto the side of a spray booth or somewhere.
Oh, is it? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, you should have these little tabs here.
Okay, so here we go. Let's just show you those. So you've got some little magnetic tabs that will help fit it onto the wall or spray booth, as Simon said. Great. So you also get your book manual. I'm just going to check that we are, yeah, we're okay. And we're still recording, that's good. Right.
Okay, this is a really important piece of equipment. So this is the actual spray gun, the regulator itself.
Is it okay to take it out of there for now?
Absolutely,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
So the features and benefits of this sort of system here is we have a caged filter housing which has got a full charcoal filter. We have adapters here for the plug-in of the airfed mask. This is, if you'd like to undo that, Wayne.
Yeah, just turn it.
Yep, just unscrew it.
Right.
So this is sealed at the moment. Once we break the seal.
It's quite a firm.
Yeah.
Unscrew it, there we go.
You can then pull that filter out, Wayne.
Yes.
So that's the size of the Sata, active charcoal, and obviously this is an important safety feature for us painters.
Right, okay, let's put that back in there then. So that goes onto our belt,
Yep.
Air comes in from our compressor.
Into there, it's filtered. This here is connected to your airfed mask.
Yep.
In a minute we'll see the gun hose which connects to here, which is where we would attach the spray gun. We have a visual indicator here, safety indicator, to make sure that we've got enough air going into the airfed mask.
Right.
And if we don't...
Oh, it's upside down, sorry.
If we don't, we can adjust it here. And also we have an audible alarm.
So a plus and a minus.
Yeah, an audible alarm on the mask, which will whistle.
Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We have the
Gun hose.
Gun hose, as you mentioned. So now the hose for the mask is actually tucked in the back here. It's in there, and that will come from the belt. You've also got a
comfort, I would say. A comfort.
I was going to say something like a comfort pad.
Yeah,
like
I think that's a reasonable description.
Comfort pad's probably not the right... anyway, look, let's just show you where this goes. So that will get fed through the webbing onto the actual filter, so that when you've got it and if you're doing a large job, it's going to keep you nice and comfy. Now, how did I know what this was for? Because Simon actually showed me one he had in his van a couple of weeks ago. So some of these things I've already seen. Finally, in the box, you've got a couple of
hygiene inserts.
Hygiene inserts. So that's basically this foam here, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah. And the reason the black is it helps to stop the reflection.
Ah, okay.
It's just the attention to detail. Some people say, why are they not white or red or any other colour?
Yeah.
And that's the reason they're black. Because it aids in the lack of reflection.
Right. So this is the lens. Now, there was something you told me about this, which is slightly different to another mask that I use, which we'll talk about. I may as well say it. It's the Developers Pro Visor, which is what I've been using for many years now. So it's going to be quite interesting to try this out. But this has only one visor sheet on it.
Correct, yeah.
So that replacement tear-off replaces this. So this is not a tear-off that's going on top of another visor. So
correct. The reason is it aids again in the reflection. As a painter, sometimes in a situation, a spray booth, where the lights are a little bit higher, you get a reflection when you see it. It's difficult to see sometimes. With the one visor, you don't get that shadow effect. So what you see is what you get. A lot of painters tend to lift the masks up straight away, which you shouldn't do when they're painting, because they struggle to see. So that aids in that. That's why.
Okay, so now, look, this is not a sales pitch. This is Simon giving us his technical advice here. When I do my review on this, it's going to be from me as a user and what I think. Whether I like it, whether I don't, if I hate it, what I hate about it. If I love it, what I love about it. And that's what Sata, I've explained that to Sata, and that's one of the things they've accepted. So that's really good. But like I said, if we've got Simon here, he's a wealth of knowledge. We may as well get him to contribute. So, right, let's just recap before we move on to the 5,000. So you get a nice storage box with it. I really like that idea. You've got your comfort pad. Right, that's just comfort pad. You've got your regulator, your filter, your coalescing filter, with a gauge on the top. You've got your airline hose. This is going to go from the filter to your gun. You've got the mask itself. You've got spare visors, and you have the
hygiene inserts.
Yeah. So that is the Sata 2000. Now let's have a look at the Sata 5000 and see how that differs. Sata 5000. It's all sealed, so I'm just going to unbox it. Okay, and always make sure that it is sealed when you're buying it, so you know if you're buying a new one, you're getting the genuine product. So right, in this box then, Simon, I'm going to move this, let's move this to your side.
Yep, thank you.
And we'll put this on my side because it's easier for me to take out. So straight away, a couple of differences, just from what I saw looking at it, is the mask itself is, I'd like to say it's got more of an ergonomic shape or styling to it.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to just take that one out so we can just sort of show them side by side? Okay. So there's your two masks. Spin it around a little bit. The other way. That's it. Right, so look, let me explain something to you. I've kind of reeled Simon into doing this. It's not what he expected. So,
bear with me.
Bear with him, and I'm exceptionally bossy. But, what a great sport. So there we go. So let's focus on this. So you've got a larger hood on there.
Correct, yes.
All right. And I'm just looking at this from what I've seen. So this is just first impressions. It looks like it would be a more comfortable visor.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the features and benefits of it gives you actually, if I hold it up, it gives you a further aspect for the view. It's slightly different. Do you mind if I take this cover off,
please.
Wayne? So they can see it.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it's the actual field of view is larger. Other benefits that are obvious is the colour of the hood.
Yeah. Now, is that replaceable?
Yeah, they're both replaceable.
Okay.
Both
yeah.
sealed by Velcro.
Yeah.
That one is also fire resistant as well.
Okay.
Whether that's of use to you, but it's obviously solvent resistant. Anti-static.
I was going to say, because normally when I've seen suits and stuff made with these lines in it, it makes me think that they're anti-static. So that's good.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
so that.
Yeah. I'll just put this back in here.
So we got that. So nice bigger mask. Key features. Any features inside here?
Yeah, there's plenty. So if we start off at the top.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've spoken about the hood, which is a larger hood. It also has, it's a full protection, whereas if you look at this, it's half.
It's a half, okay.
So the
So we've
benefit,
got a full hood head protection.
benefit of that if we're doing chassis and underneath vehicles,
Yeah.
it gives us a bit more protection.
Okay.
We also have this disc system here on the side, which you can change the colour of to identify your mask. So if there's a few painters in the same shop,
Yeah.
you can identify your mask really, really easily.
That's a good idea. I like that idea.
We'll wait until we go back into here.
Okay, so let's go back into the box. Let's move this over then.
Yeah.
So we've got the hood. We have some Sata wet and dry cleaners. Why wet and dry?
Just because it's, I think it's a safety feature that the Germans like when they put out a new mask. It's just a cleaning of the mask yourself.
Okay.
If it's been a warm day and things like that.
Right, so some paperwork.
This is
right.
the important bit.
Okay, so in here, we want to look in here then.
Yeah.
So we've got the operating manuals.
Yeah.
All right, what have we got?
So, as we're looking at, this is a diffuser, which fits in, if I just undo this.
Yeah. So again, this has not got a fixed film on it. The actual visor is like a rip-off. So you've only got one visor, lens film. So that's
Lack of reflection.
Lack of reflection.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the diffuser fits in, if I can just hold this up.
You might have to move it closer to
Here.
So there we go.
So if you see that space there, that diffuser clicks in and it helps dissipate the air when they're wearing it. That means that as a sprayer, sometimes we can have too much air in the face. It makes your eyes water and things like that. That helps to make it a lot softer for you.
Okay.
So it's good that they thought of things like that, really.
I'll give that a go and see how we go on with that.
Definitely.
So we have
headbands, comfort pads,
right,
as we call them.
Yeah, and that's Simon being called saying he's on film.
Yeah, I've just seen you.
So yeah, headbands.
Comfort pads which fit into the rear. Here.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
If you can see it there.
Yeah. So they can just be taken out and washed.
They're replaced. Yeah, replaced. They do last a long time. As you can see, the discs.
So these are the identification discs that you can use if you work in a shop with a couple of other painters and they've got the same visor.
Oh, you just like blue.
Or you might like blue, you might like green, you might like black.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with red, personally. I do kind of like the red and black look. Right, what else we've got in here, Simon? So we've got...
Oh, this is the money shot.
Is it? Okay, let's not cock this one up then. All right, so this is, I'm guessing, the regulator.
Correct, yes.
Right. So regulator filter?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so...
active charcoal.
Let me see if I can work this out myself. So we've got air in.
Yep.
Gun air out.
So no, air in.
Air in.
Gun hose out.
Right. Airfed mask.
Correct.
So, and that one is...
Your air adjustment.
Air adjustment. So you're just like a flow if you higher pressure, lower pressure.
Correct, yeah.
All right, brilliant.
Another identification disc on the top.
So that ties in with your helmet.
Absolutely, yes.
So if you've got red on the side of your helmet, you can have red on your waistband, so you know that that's all your gear. Now, this is a neat little feature. Like I said, Simon did show me the one that he had in his van, so some of these things, not a surprise to me, but still worth showing you. So what's that for?
It is for hooking the mask up. So when it's round your waist, we can just hook the mask on and carry on doing other chores.
I like that. It's also got a little magnet on the top there, so it locks into place. So that's a neat little feature. There will be some stills coming up of all these different things, so you can check it out. Okay, so now I don't know why, but this kind of reminds me of Princess Leia because of the buns on the side.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. She obviously is a beautiful thing, but she was a beautiful lady, but nothing like this anyway. So anyway, we're digressing. What have we got on the side here?
So on the side, you have other attachments you can fit onto this mask system, which Wayne might talk about at a later date.
Yep.
So this one here would be replaced by a warmer. You could put a warmer in there to warm the air up, which we spoke about in previous.
So if you're working in a cold workshop and your air coming into your mask is cold all the time and you want to warm it up, that's what you'd use. Yeah. Would that also warm up the gun?
No. It will only warm up the mask.
Only the mask. Okay, so that's fine. Now, is that the side that I could also put in a cooler?
No, the coolers are separate.
Okay.
The coolers come with a separate, which we'll show at a later date if you like.
Yeah, all right. So let's not confuse it with the cooler at the moment. That's something else. So we've got a warmer that can fit into here.
Yeah.
On this side we have the coalescent filter, I'd guess. Charcoal
Correct,
filter.
yeah.
So your charcoal filter is going to go into there. It's not in there at the moment because it's still in the box, and the reason it's in the box is obviously it's newly unwrapped. And what I don't want to do is open it up. Because, tell us why.
Once it's activated to the air, it's I call it a live charcoal. It starts absorbing stuff that's in the air around it. These filters really, once they're saturated, which is usually 3 months as a rule, so they should be changed every 3 months. Okay,
so let's just, that was something new that I learned. I mean, I kind of knew how a filter worked, but I didn't understand why it meant active cartridge filter. So active means, they all come in sealed. When you buy a cartridge mask,
correct,
they will always come, normally a good cartridge mask will come in a bag that you're supposed to keep it in, seal it there. Now it's not just there to make it look pretty and keep it clean, it's actually to prolong the life of the carbon, the charcoal filters in that mask. So that's what it's there for. I mean, and I know we're all really terrible at putting them back in the bags. So I'm not going to open that one up.
You should have a tab in there, or it might be in there.
Yeah, it's there.
There it is. This is a good feature for this mask. We won't press it, but once we press it, it starts your chemical reaction, and it'll tell you in 3 months. When that goes red, which slides on the mask here.
Okay. So that'll just...
Yeah, that's it. I'll let you...
Well, I won't... let's take this one out. I like this as an indicator. I think that's a really good...
Yeah, it's a good visual guide for yourselves.
So that's going to slide in there and store away in there. Hold on a minute. It's quite difficult. So... right. I didn't lock that up very well, did I? So there we go. So you've got the visual guide to tell you when you've actually put in your new charcoal cartridge and when it's going to expire, because that will eventually creep up to the top. 3 months, time to change it.
Correct.
Now, look, these are safety features, so really we should be adhering to them as best as we possibly can. All right, so we've got those, we've done that. What else have we got in here? So we have colour identification.
Your discs for them to match up with these.
Okay, that's good. Right, give that to you, Simon. Put it over there. What's one more box here? Oh, so we've got the spare films.
Yep.
And do you know off the top of your head how many come in each one? It looks like it could be
5, I think, as a rule.
5, so yeah.
They come in packs of 5 when you buy them to replace them. Yeah, it's not an expensive sort of thing. They do last quite a while. They're quite a hardy plastic as well. They're not going to be destroyed in seconds.
Okay. So, and then in here we have the belt unit itself. Yes. Now this is quite different to the previous belt unit. It looks a little bit more robust. Yeah, well done.
Try.
So we can see straight away there's, you've got just a belt webbing here, but here you've got a belt webbing with some additional features on the side. So what have we got going on here?
So, first of all, the material is really stiff, so it keeps it when you put it. It's easy to adjust because it's Velcro. It has a snap buckle, I call it. I don't know whether that's the correct term, Wayne. That's it. Quite a substantial buckle. It's not going to snap easily. On the side here, these are for the filters and they slide into place. So you can choose which side. You might be a left-handed painter, in which case you can slide it on the left-hand side.
Okay, and how do I do that?
So if we just push that down,
right,
slide that up.
It'd probably help if I didn't have gloves on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then that slides onto there.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right, okay.
As easy as that.
So there we are. And a nice little bit of padding to give you some comfort, a bit different to that foam that's on the other one.
Yep.
Okay, next one.
So this is, so you can use these either side, but also if we wanted to attach a cooler or a other accessory, that's what that's for. Right. So it would attach to there, through this little loop here for the hose, the pipe, so that we're not dangling all the wires over. Yeah. And then straight into this.
All right. So you've brought the cooler. Well, I brought the cooler in, and you've re-brought the cooler in. So
would you like to have a look at one?
Well, we'll save that. I'll put some stills of the cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
Because did you bring it in here?
No, it's in the van.
Right. So we won't do that because we're filming this right now, so we don't want to stop it. So, but I will put some stills of the cooler afterwards. So basically, the cooler. Go on. The cooler cools down the air.
Yeah, really. So if you're in the spray booth all day, it can get uncomfortable. So Sata came up with the idea where an attachment here is linked into the airfed, so and it cools the air straight into the mask, so you've got a nice cool air. So when it's an Indian summer, I guess it's ideal for that, really.
Okay, but what I said to you was when we met was and you said about the cooler, I thought that was a really good idea because for me, I have a heated airline because I work in quite a cold workshop, so I need to heat my air as it comes to the gun. But what I find is because I have no way of regulating that, so I can adjust the temperature obviously at the heater itself, but coming to the mask, it is whatever I set it at. So if it's at 60 degrees on the heater, it's roughly around sort of 40 degrees coming to my mask and to the gun. So to have a cooler, I thought it was quite a good idea because it cools only the mask.
Yes, it only cools the mask. Doesn't affect the gun hose, the actual spraying.
See, and that's what I liked, because that meant that I can still have cool air coming to my mask and then my warm air going to my gun, which at the moment, I'm having to go out when I'm coming to wear my airfed mask, turn down the temperature to around 20 degrees, 20, 30 degrees, depending on the time of the year. Otherwise, it's just too hot. But then obviously you're adjusting that for your gun as well. So I like the idea of that cool air, and I would like to be able to test it out further down the road, please.
Yeah, I'm sure we can organise that.
All right, so there we go. So, recap of what you get on this. Now, there's a lot more accessories you get for the 5,000.
You certainly can. For the 2,000, which is the first mask we showed you, you can get a warmer for that as well. You can't get a cooler.
Okay.
But there's a lot of accessories you can get for the 5,000.
And we won't inundate you with that now. Over time, I'll do a little recap and let you sort of know what you can get. So in this box, you get a, let's say, well, you know what, there's no way, it's a better quality belt, better quality webbing, better quality features on there. You get a better cartridge system, regulator with the option of being able to hang your belt. So, you know, you are basically paying for what you get between the two products. You get spare films, which you do with both those kits. You get a higher quality helmet with a few extra features on it. Correct. But what we're going to be doing, or what I'm going to be doing, is saying to you, because this is, the 2000 is their best-selling mask because of the value of it on the market.
Absolutely, yeah.
So for Sata, that's the best-selling mask. So I'm going to test it, and I'm going to say, you know, do I think that's the best quality, or would I spend the little bit extra and go for the 5,000, or not spend the extra and stay with the 2,000? So watch back for all of this. Simon, I want to thank you so much for giving me your time.
My pleasure, thanks for inviting me.
And allowing me to throw you into this predicament. But I hope you find that useful, and I look forward to being able to share my views with you later on. And thank you to Sata, especially for allowing me to do this and allowing me to meet Simon. Thank you.
Thanks, folks.